And all right, all right. We live, we live.
Gone.
Yep. So I want to start by giving all glory and praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem HaKadosh. I read the brothers from down to Bay, Florida, from the camp prophets of Babylon. All right, come on another Lord with an edifying lesson. All right, teaching so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American man, that American man restored with thermonuclear fire. All right, going into some prophecies, man. Okay, number one, I was an apostle, great millstone, teaching you well. Peace and blessings to the brothers who push this work in truth and sincerity. To this God, the bride. All right, and this lesson was inspired based off brothers wasn't getting the funds in, man. So it's a spirit that I kind of went into doing some research, and it found out to be that currently right now you have the online system banks right now with certain apps on online banking that they're crashing, man. Okay, they're having technical difficulties. Okay, internet problems, login problems, all sorts of problems right now, man. And it led to a lesson through the spirit probably by Shema Shah going into, there's going to come to a period of time where the things that you know today are going to eventually are not going to be able to be providable, man. It's not going to be able to provide you. You got these places that has a big structure and business, okay, these jobs and all these companies, man, eventually it's going to come to where, when Esau brings forth his new system, all right, they're not going to be providing you with the same way of payment, okay? They're not going to be providing you with the same way of currency, man. We're approaching a digital currency, and right now we're seeing the whole system and the structure of Esau's, way of setting up his system being done right before our eyes. You see, so it was in the spirit, and I had it on the phone, but the phone pretty much had to go on for the live. So pretty much when I went into it was called Down Detector, and on the app, man, the app will pretty much show where it's multiple comments and multiple situations in the U.S. where there is a shortage, okay, to these certain companies and businesses, okay, and like sort. And I seen it, man, and you had comments of people saying that they were having anxiety, people weren't getting their money, people had, they were struggling not being able to pay their kids. People were talking about, what are we supposed to do? I can't do this, I can't provide this, I can't do that. It was just a whole bunch of comments, and that's the spirit, man, because when America eventually brings this different type of system, this digital currency, and the way of currency, okay, being changed from paper to digital, it's gonna have these people losing it, man. Okay, we've seen great examples. I've seen a festival. It was like maybe a few months ago where it was a bunch of Jake, I believe it was in Illinois, where these Jakes were acting out. They was mad because everything they tried to buy, all right, wasn't with cash. It had to be digital. It had to be tap pay and stuff like that, and they were getting pissed off, man. All right, just showing you that we're in a time of where things are gonna be changing and getting worse. Okay, as you will claim, it would be better, man, because you got a lot of these Americans, man, and instead of normalizing what today's society or system is, if you brothers got a few precepts, you can bring it out.
Oh, if I can add on, yeah, it's like what you were saying, bro, because the scripture tells us that the fashion of this world passed away. So it's slowly graduating from from them FRNs. So like a brother had called, but like I was saying, like something you can see to something that's like not even physical, man. It's basically like because we know they transitioning and shit like that, but all that's gonna come to naught. All right, and I got a precept, but you already
go ahead.
Con, you got it, brother. Bring it up.
Oh, okay. So this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 7 and verse 19. And it says, they shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is a stumbling block of their iniquity. All right, and that's in the KJV, man. So basically, within that, the times we coming into, man, because what this class theme from is, me, and the other brother, Amawan, we both work together, and basically our employer or our bank hasn't paid us yet. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get paid at the this time we were supposed to get paid. And not just only us, but it had multiple people, man, from around the world. They didn't get paid as well. It was a delay, man. So people need that money, man, because Scripture says that money is a defense. They got shit they got to do, man. Like us, we got to pay our bills, so we be able to maneuver within the society to do the work, and etc. But how much more so, these other people, man. All right, and when Esau Edom gets rid of that paper dollar, man, and he initiates the CBDC, these people are going to be they're going to get rid of that shit, man. Because it's the importance of the money, man. And so that's why I have Ezekiel in 7 and 19 the GNT, which is the Good News translation. It says they would throw their gold and silver away in the streets like garbage. All right, and that's these people, man. The American, the Babylonian citizens, because silver nor gold could save them when the Lord Yahweh Shai pours out his fury. Basically going into, man, riches profit not in the day of wrath.
I got you.
So it don't matter how much money you have. It don't matter who you sided with. If you're not sided with the Lord, you know what I'm saying, you're done. That money can't save you. All right.
That's right.
It says.
If I may add.
Oh,
sorry, you got it.
It continues. It says they cannot use it to satisfy their desires or fill their stomach. Because that's what they use. They, you get money, and then they fuck it up on dumb shit. Especially our people. That's why it says riches are not commonly for a niggard. So how much more us? Because we, how much more Salaki, how much more them? Because we was feeling that because we got shit we gotta take care of, man. Bills, rent, stuff like that. But these people, they're in that state of mirth and folly. So how much more when they can't feel their desires, man? They can't feel their bowels, when they can't stuff themselves, with food.
Right.
When they can't dress themselves in that, that remind them clothes and all that shit, man. And it says gold and silver led them into sin. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it's going to lead to, man. These people are going to lose their shit.
That's right.
All right.
I may add to, man. So, ultimately, going into it, because hey, these people, man, they're gonna be through with this, man. Eventually it's gonna be worthless coming into these times, man. Okay, they're gonna be casting and going out, silver into the streets, man. All right, we're approaching to those times, man. All right, you already see how the dollar is, it's already becoming, whatnot, man. It's already pretty much crashing right there before our eyes, man. So these things are gonna get worse, more and more and more every day. All right. You got a precept, Ashar?
Yeah, Conan, I wanted to ask, since the brother was already in Ezekiel 7, there's some good scriptures on that chapter. If you go to Ezekiel 7 and 25, it says, destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. So also in the time we're coming in, it's going to be a time of anguish, because when you go into that word destruction, it goes into anguish. And the word anguish goes into extreme unhappiness caused by physical or mental suffering. So right now we have a lot of people living paycheck to paycheck. I got 2 articles on that to prove that as well, because when you don't have the money to use in this society, you're going to suffer. So with this, dollar crashing and things like that, it's going to contribute to a time like never before, where people are not going to be prepared, because all these people are used to, Uber Eats. They're used to things on their phone that they can get quick, where they can make a purchase now. You got Cash App, Apple Pay, all these things you can just scan on your phone now. So how much more in the time we're coming in where there's going to be no comfort? It says, this article is from CNBC. It says 61% of Americans say they are living paycheck to paycheck, even as inflation cools. So see, these people think that there was going to be peace. They think that, inflation is cooling down or it's getting better, but actually scriptures say that, evil has come. Okay, and evil goes into bad times. So you might hear it from these news articles, and also these false leaders. They will talk about peace. There's going to be peace. Everything's going to be fine. But it doesn't matter what they say. What matters is what's really taking place. Because people are living in a fantasy. They might see articles saying that it's cooling down, but still they got 61%. That's more than half Americans living paycheck to paycheck. So if you can't access your funds right when you get paid, you're not going to be able to do anything. No traveling, no nothing. And that's a problem too for these Americans. They're going to go crazy. So I wanted to also touch up, if you go at the beginning of Ezekiel 7 and verse 5, it says, "Thus saith Yahweh Shemel power, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come." And evil goes into bad times. So that time of destruction, the time when these prophecies come to pass, and they're not slack, they're going to go back to back to back. So it's going to be a time like never before, where these people are going to be overwhelmed by what's going on. This is just a little bump in the road, but it's a foreshadow to what's to come to pass in the future, man. And it's going to get worse. These things aren't getting better. Like 61% of Americans not, having enough funds. And then I heard a lot of people every time when I'm around, like that's doing Lyft and things like that, taking me to work, they say that they cannot afford paying their bills. So it's showing that these people, that eventually this economy is going to collapse, man. All right, it's just a matter of time, for this place to get hit by the right, maybe a pandemic or a lockdown or whatever it may be, and then guess what? This place is going to be through. It barely could survive when the CV-19 hit. So how much more in the future when they talk about a second, lockdown?
That's
but
right.
I'm gonna go to verse 6. I'm going to verse 6 real quick. It says, "An end is come, the end is come, it watcheth for thee, behold, it is come." So it says it's watching for thee. So the end's already written. The end's already known. We talk about it time and time again, the prophets, because we're prudent. We're looking at what's to come. So we're telling you these things. So guess what? You got to be prepared for the end. And if you're not, then guess what? It's going to come upon you unaware. And you're going to be overtaken by that time of anguish, the time of hell, breaking loose. All the people that procrastinated.
That's right.
Yeah.
Connor, was in on that?
Yeah, I got the last article that goes into Ecclesiastes chapter 12, but I'll let you take control.
Hold that. Squat, grab that second Ezra chapter, I believe 16. Okay, because as we know, the 16, I believe, is verse 20. As we know, everyone is in a state of mirth. All right, everyone's in a state of, trusting in the system. All right, well, it'll eventually come to a point where everything will be, useless here, man. Okay, everything will become useless here. But in the midst of these things, you're gonna have, like the brother said, evils, man. Okay, go ahead.
This is Second Esdras, chapter 16, starting in verse 21. "Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then
Right,
shall
and
evil."
that's these we got these people, man, that think themselves to be in a good case right now, because at any point America could shut this bitch down, man. Okay, it's not for my French, but he can. It's anytime Esau can really shut it down, man, and get everything locked up and ripped up, man. Okay, you see, but people right now, because they don't acknowledge these things, they're in a state of like I said before, mirth, and in a state of, well, shoot, we still can go to the store, we still can do this, we still can do that. They think there's something being a good case, Go ahead.
It says that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For
Right.
many of
So you have it. Yep. So you have it where these things are going to grow even over time, man. And we telling you that, hey, you had a situation, with certain systems going wrong, going bad. How much more when it's on a mass scale, you know? You have it where these people tripping out, they freaking out. Oh, we don't know what to do. My family's starving. My kids went to bed hungry. Reading the comments, man, it's like, you see, brothers, at the end of the day, we know, man, through the spirit, prayer, worship, my shot, we trust in the Lord. At the end of the day, everything is going to play out the way the Lord set it up. You see, because these people don't have no clue. Even Jake, man, these so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American, they don't have no clue. They're going to be, they trust in their oppressor. They're going to be ass out. So they're going to be freaking out, tripping out, having a hard time with gathering what's happening, man. Because what? You're going to have these things getting much worse. It's going to be confusion. It's going to be all these things happening and all simultaneously at once, man. You see? So it's gonna cause uproars. It's gonna cause sedition. People are gonna be acting out. People are not gonna show the same love towards one another. Why? Because it's gonna be hard. Okay, you can bring that back if you still got it.
Second Ezra 16 and 22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth, Salakia, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy.
Right. So not going to these people, man. They gonna get away with storing food and things like that. They ain't gonna be able to get away with it. They gonna get caught up by people who's gonna be out here hungry. Simple as that. If you got hungry kids and you got people who are their back, they stomach touching their back, and they got weapons to entering your house, they gonna do it, man. So you're gonna either perish one way or another, man. And the Lord's gonna send His judgment forth, rather which way it comes, man. It can come in diverse ways, man. You see, because at the end of the day, when it comes down, these people who set up food and bunkers and I forgot what they call them, doomsday preppers. You really just setting up, places for the elect men. They come in and pop shop, man. To the spirit, praying about small shot, man. Because these people are running and roaming and killing each other out here, man. And we do the spirit, praying about small shot. We hope to be that elect. We gonna through the spirit, have a sound mind. You see. That was it on that, King.
Yeah, that was it. I got a precept.
Let me grab this night. You got it. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, starting at verse 15. It says, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands." And then, people are gonna be roaming with each other, roaming in those days, man. Like we were seeing in the midst of a riot. People have weapons on them, referee and all these certain things, man. It's gonna get hectic, right? It says, verse 16, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another." And as we described, as things gonna get worse, evil's gonna grow. People are gonna try to store food up or try to store these things up. But you're gonna have people who the so-called loved ones, and so-called friends and family, neighbors, that's not gonna show no pity on one another due to the lack of resources or due to the lack of things that's gonna not be out there, man. Like I said, how much more if the money, is not easy access. How much for the food? It's a supply. You can't afford it. So Jake, we're gonna have these other nations, we're gonna have a whole bunch of people out here showing no mercy, man. So it says 16, back in 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 16, for there shall be sedition. You're gonna have people standing up against their government, all right, among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor prince, in their course of action course of their action shall stand in their power. So leading to those actions, people are going to stand against their king, not the kings, but Slakia. They're going to be standing up against their governments. People are going to be going against the system. All right, you're going to see nothing but riots and commotion, man. Okay, chaos. Okay, because what? Things are going to come to a lack of resource in the times to come. It says, in the course of their action shall stand in their hand, or stand in their power. So these people are going to take in action in their own hands, man. People will be in get it how you live spirit. They're going to take advantage. All right, verse 17 it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to, which is going to be restrictions, okay, out here on these intersections, okay, like you see in the movie Songbird. You're going to have, certain places sectioned off due to, military, exports, okay, due to military shutdowns, man. Like we was going into brothers going into it earlier, man, but about previous, these things being said and spoken of in the month of October, quote unquote, that they're gonna bring lockdowns, man. So and so, man. So these things are gonna be, some things that's gonna be taken in play, in those, coming times. You see, it says, verse 18, for because their pride, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the horses shall be destroyed. Verse 19, it's like in the city shall be, the houses shall be destroyed, and the men shall be afraid. Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So as I mentioned earlier, these things are gonna spew out of for Esau, coming out having a great wrath and sanctioning off of your food supply, your water supply, things like that, man. It's gonna come out of that, and people are gonna have the spirit of showing no love amongst each other, man, as once before. You see, Squat, you got something?
Yeah, I got some. This is Matthew 24 and verse 12. Backing up of what you were saying, it says, and because iniquity, when you go into that word iniquity, it goes into sin upon sin. It says, shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So yeah, when that great tribulation comes, when there's a lack of resources, and actually, right now we in liberty, we got food in our stomach. I ain't gonna lie, it's cold as shit in my room, it's like French. But you got people killing each other right now, man, out in the open, out in surveillance, broad daylight in the afternoon. So, how much more in the time, we have no government officials and no law enforcement, especially when there's a lack of resources and no food and water, man. These people are gonna be out here killing each other, killing
Shalom,
they
King.
loved ones. Shalom, Yabashim Yasa Barakatah. But these people are gonna be taking out their
Brother, you
loved
call.
ones. You're gonna see the judgments in these households, etc. Man. I could grab this other precept I have too.
Try, yeah, you go ahead.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. It says, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And you see, we here in the last days, man. And these average Babylonians, they have this slogan of making America great again, man. You know, these people want this place to get back better, man. This place is not gonna get back better. It's only gonna get worse, man. You know, these people are in the spirit of mirth, man. You know, they got 6 margaritas in their systems, you know, spending time with their family every weekend, man.
Right.
But this place is gonna go to shit, man. You know, and when
Right.
our Lord returns, you know, they push out this philosophy. When our Lord returns, he's coming back with you know, kisses and hugs and peace, peace, love. But hell no, man, our Lord is coming back with that destruction, man. And it's gonna be a lot of death out here, man. And you know, during the time it says perilous times shall come, man. You go into that word perilous, it means harsh, you know, troublesome, savage, hard to bear, man. This place is not gonna get back better, man. That's all I have
That's
on
right.
that.
You have something, Ashar?
Yeah, go on. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him. And it didn't say every man will do that. It said the righteous man. The brother was just going into men that are doing iniquity in the time that we're living in. All right? The love of many is waxing cold. So there's a separation between the righteous man and the man that's doing wickedly, man. You 2/3 of all people on the land of America. Y'all not going to partake in this, man. Y'all not standing up on your 2 feet. But a righteous man, which is the ones that are seeking after righteousness, they're going to stand up in the time that we're coming in, because this system is built off of oppression. And it's going to get into that. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. See, this place is a place that's built off of oppression, man. They don't respect all the work that you put in here, man. We're under these curses. But we understand that the Most High is going to recompense us, man, for the work that we do in this truth. So that's why we're standing on our truth when we go out in the streets, all right, and we prophesy the downfall of this place. We don't want to see this place flourishing, so this is good news to us. Although it's bad news to the ones that love being wicked in this wicked society, man. All right, it says this, verse 2, when they see it.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Come on, Shalom. It says verse 2, when they shall, Salaki, it says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. So all the people are being in fear now when they see us going out teaching, doing these videos, things like that. Why? Because, you know, they don't want to see this happening, man. They don't want to hear it, man. This is something that irks their ears, man, when they hear this report, this speech. All right, it says, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, as far beyond all that they look for. And that's the purpose of us doing this work. We understand there's a reward to this thing, man. Although, you know, the collapse is coming, there's going to be a time of tribulation, of hell, okay? There's going to be a time of famine. In the midst of all these things, the righteous man, the Most High is going to be looking out for. Scripture says, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. My servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. These things are going to happen. I believe it's in the book of Isaiah, chapter 65. But I got a precept to back that up. That even it's a precept too that backs up that scripture if a brother wants to grab it. But this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 2 and verse 27. It says, "Be not weary."
Bro.
Huh? Oh, you got that?
I was just looking for that.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm about to grab it right now. Someone get the my servant shall eat though, but it says
I got it right here.
It says verse 27, be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, which we're talking about it now. All right? They're going to close these stores down. The economy is going to collapse. That's going to be heaviness on these people. We're already talking about the dollar fucking up right now for this time period. And these people are losing their minds now, man. The brother was just talking about the comments. People ain't going to be able to eat. People ain't going to be able to pay their bills. And people stress over these things. It says, verse 27, be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful. We're already in the house of mourning. So when this happens, and these people are going to be sorrowful, mourning in the time that we're coming in, we're going to have a change to what we're doing, man. We're not going to be sorrowful no more because we're already sorrowful in this truth that we're in right now, man. It says, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. So we're going to be merry and have abundance, so the tables are going to turn, man. All right? When we see the fall of this society, all people are rising to the top, but not all of our people. It's the ones that are striving after righteousness, man. Okay, brother got that Isaiah 65 to prove that the tables are going to turn. Go ahead.
It's Isaiah 65 and 13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat, but he shall be hungry.
So there's going to be a separation between the ones in the truth and the ones that's not in the truth. And we already have the separation right now. We're standing in great boldness All right, we're not like these bitch made ass niggas that catch hell and they don't talk about it and want the Most High to judge this place for it, man. And so they just deal with it. Oh man, I just let it be, man. I'm an American. I'm a citizen. So guess what? You're gonna go down with America, man. If you're joined onto this whore, man. Go ahead.
Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
See, the thing about this system is that it's backed off of the U.S. dollar. So with the U.S. dollar, you can eat, drink, you can rejoice with that money because the brother brought out that it's a defense. But this wisdom exceeds this, this type of currency, and I can prove that too in the book of Proverbs. All right, I'm gonna grab that, but you can finish that real quick.
That was it on that, bro.
I got a precept to back you up, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 10. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it.
Right. And if I may add, that's Jake, man. Jake don't want to hear what's being said. Jake don't want to listen. And the Lord stretching His arm forth, out and showing you that mercy, man. And Jake rather despise it and do what they want to do, man. Which that leads into what? Them being taken out, man. You have a lot of our people, being taken out through the spirit prayer by shot for the disobedience, man. That's why the Lord is to be feared. You see, brothers, fear the Lord, man. That's why we're doing those things that we hope that's pleasing. You see. Go ahead, continue.
Verse 12: the same must know it after death by pain.
So because all that, rebelliousness, you got the time, you got the opportunity, you got this liberty, you doing as you want. Because of that, guess what? You wanted to go to the left instead of taking the right. Well, it's going to be a reward of that after death by pain, man. They shall know it after death by pain. So Jake gonna have to taste the lick of being put down, okay, just to know that your ass should have been doing this instead of the other, And it's gonna be in a harsh way. You gotta call.
Yeah. Now go ahead, Squat. Go ahead, Squat.
Now I wanted to add on. It said, the same shall know it by death by pain, in which eventually everybody is gonna learn this truth, one way or another. Either you're gonna have to learn it the easy way, by hearing it and by taking heed, or you might have to learn it the hard way while you got a Rottweiler nibbling on your kneecaps. Then you're gonna learn. Then you're gonna understand and learn. And, a lot of our people, Israel, which consists of these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, a lot of our people, they gonna have to learn it the hard way, man. They said, you either gonna get down or lay down, man. A lot of our people gonna have to lay down, man. That was all.
Yeah, I wanted to ask something because the brother had shalom to you, brother. By the way, y'all watching my shop back at
Yeah,
I wanted to add because the brother spoke on disobedience, man. All right, obedience. And disobedience is really rebellion, And the Lord said, "A rebellion is at the rebellion is at the sin of witchcraft, man." All right, and scriptures also go into how you shouldn't suffer a witch to live. So all you jakes out there, man, the Lord gonna put you to death, man, if you're not trying to get right, and climb into His word, man. And there is no excuse. Day by day we uploading some brothers across the world. Thousands of videos going out a day, man. You can't even keep up with them. Just thousands of videos being poured out, through the internet, the unicorn. So there's no excuse for you jakes out there, man.
Yeah, exactly. And how is a witch supposed to be put to death, bro? You're supposed to burn it.
Burn it, yep.
That's how 2/3 of our people, they're gonna go out, man.
Yep.
Because you have those who are gonna get this knowledge and understand, the ways of the Lord by hearing, because it says faith cometh by hearing. All right, but then you have those who are gonna go through that process of feeling that pain for them to truly understand that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, can a brother grab that precept? Where it says the same gospel that was preached unto us was preached also unto them?
Yeah, Carl, I got you.
Yeah, can the brother grab that right quick? Hey, because hey, this word has went out to everybody, man. This word was nothing more than Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai offering peace unto Israel, man. You know, and it's the
Yep.
last time, and it's the last time you niggas gonna deny the Lord, man. The Lord has His hand stretched out, you know, by way of the prophets, and you slapping the hand. Okay, can brother grab that precept right quick?
Yeah, Con, I got it. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 4 and verse 2. For unto us was the gospel preached.
That's right. For unto us was the gospel preached, man. You Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, okay, beginning with our apostles, elders of Great Millstone, who's been out there for 30 plus years, not to mention their apostles, you know, their elders. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, the word been going out, bro. Hey, the Lord set it up to where everybody can get it now. You have the apostles and elders, they up in age, and then you got their elders who was up in age, and then you got the younger generation, which is us. Go ahead, bro.
It says, for unto us was the gospel preached, as well as unto them.
Who is them?
But the word,
Them is the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, man. Go ahead.
but the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that hear it.
That's right. And
That
brother
heard
said,
it.
the brother mentioned that faith come by hearing. So 2/3 Jakes, they didn't take this word and then mix it in with faith. They just heard it and just went out one ear through the other ear. Okay, whatever, man. Yeah, bro, it's cool. You know, my little brother know he an Israelite, or my cousin know he an Israelite. That's it. You know what I'm saying? They didn't take it to he like, oh shit, maybe I should actually repent and look into this. They just took it and ran with it. You know.
It's facts, bro.
Con, I got a piece.
Man. Con. And that's what, eventually, you see, like the brother was mentioning, man, eventually, our people gonna have to learn it the hard way, man, due to the stiff neck, because our people trust in this system, man. They trust in Esau, they trust in these devils, man. Okay, and they don't trust in Yahweh.
Yep.
What you got to show?
Yes, this is the book of Proverbs to prove the point about how valuable wisdom is. It's more important than this currency that we have right now, this money. All right, this is a book of Proverbs. But see, the problem is too, our people, they're not able to discern that, man. They can't identify how important this truth is, man. Because the brother just brought it out in the last precept we had in Hebrews, how it didn't profit these people. But this is for our profit, man. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 13. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. Verse 14 says, for the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold. And it was talking about merchandise. So this is a better merchandise to have, man. All right? Because with that, and the time we're coming in, we're going to be able to cash out with the works that we made, man. Scripture says, stash your riches in heaven, man, where no one can steal, take, all right, destroy. All these things here on this earth that you worked so hard for is going to get burnt up by fire, man. So really, the elements don't melt with fervent heat, man. All that work you put in, it's not going to be no profit in the end time, man. When the end all be all comes, man, when these nuclear missiles are flying, you're not going to think of your yacht. You're not going to think of, your barbecue grill. You're not going to think of the house that you had, leased or owned or is under your name. You're not going to think of that new car. You got that Bugatti, that Lamborghini. You're not going to think of the new shoes you got on your feet, man. You're going to think, how the hell am I going to get up out of here and not face the wrath of Yahweh Ba'Shem outside, man? All right? Yep. And that's showing also in the time we're coming into, we're going to cash out with the wisdom because we're going to believe on the report. We're going to believe in the miracles that Yahweh Shai said that will come to pass in the time we're coming in, man. We're going to believe that we will not be forsaken in the time we're coming in too, man. So that's what we're going to use to cash out. We're going to see miracles as well, man. So although it's going to be all hell, it's going to seem like there's no way out. There's going to be always a way out for the men that serving the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man. Go ahead.
I got a precept. This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 16, and verse 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. All right, like the brothers just brought out. And then, the miracles are going to happen for us too, man. You know, we touch into that left hand a lot, but you got to also tap back into that right hand, bro. You know that the mercy of Yahweh Shem outside and the miracles that He says to come for us, man.
Yeah.
It says they shall know who are my chosen. Why? Because the chosen are going to be taken care of. The chosen ain't going to be out here, you know, looking all like starving Marvin, man. We gonna have meat. We gonna have meat on our bones in them days, man. You know what I'm saying? Brothers gonna be cheesing from left to right.
Right.
You know, you got brothers gonna have your yun, you know, little drink. Lord gonna have, hey, brother may stumble across a bunker, man. You know, and my woman had a dream the other night. She said we was in a damn bunker somewhere, and we seen heathens, but they wasn't able to get in to where we were. So Yahweh Shema Shah got these things coming for us. It says, "Hear, O ye my beloved," saith the Lord. "Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same." All right. So Yahweh Shema Shah said He's going to deliver us from the days that we're coming into, and that's the reward for all the sufferings you catch, brothers. All the shit all the shit you deal with throughout the week. Still pushing out the videos for Yahweh Shema Shah. Still getting your charity in for Yahweh Shema Shah, man. There's a reward coming for that. It says,
That's right.
"Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves." And that's right, man. All right, so the Lord said He's a guide unto them who keep His commandments and precepts, which is us. You know, we the only individuals on the earth, you know, going out there week in and week out. Something got to happen. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah,
done came this far. All these prophecies done happened. We got to believe in those prophecies of the miracles too.
I got a precept.
that's right, bro.
Y'all brothers got your last precepts, man. And we're gonna wrap it up. This is Psalms 91. Start out verse 1. It says, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty." Right. This wisdom, understanding, and knowledge that we have, man, you know, gives us a coverage between, you know, the difference with the others, man. You see, we have Yahweh Shema Shai, man. So when all hell is to break loose and when things are going to go left, we can count on Yahweh Shema Shai, man. You see, it says, verse 2, "I will say of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in Him will I trust." So when you have it where the economy collapse and when the work cease, okay, or the grinding cease, okay, and there's no more work out here, and everyone's losing their mind. Guess what? Who's gonna keep us protected and you know, fed and taken care of? How about Shema Shai?
That's right.
Because the Lord is who we trust in, man. It said, verse 2, reading again, "I will say of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, He is my refuge, protection, coverage, a shelter, man." It says, "In my fortress, my power, in Him will I trust." And the Lord is an omnipotent, man. You know, the Lord is an omnipotent, man. You know, he's never ending, man. You know, the Lord. So the Lord is going to be there always at all times. You know, when you go to the book of Joshua, it goes into a verse, I believe, chapter 1, verse 9, where the Lord said, "What He, you know, whithersoever thou goest, the Lord's going to pretty much be there with us, man. Be of good cheer, or be of good courage. Be not afraid," but paraphrasing. So we have to just know that, man. You see, brothers trust in that, man. Okay, and we know that at the end of the day, that the things that's going around us, all these things that's happening, it all falls into how the Lord set it up. This is the Lord's movie at the end of the day. The Lord's
Right.
directing everything, man. You know, rather it go bad or rather it go good, the Lord is directing it, man. And we can only do at the end of the day is trusting Yahweh Shema Shai.
That's
You
right.
know, you brothers gotta, you know, go ahead and bring the last precepts out.
I
What
got
you
one.
got? Go ahead, Shai.
Shaquat, can you grab Ecclesiastes 7 and 12 real quick? I'm gonna get this article that I had out so we can already have it to prove the
All
point.
right, hold on.
This
Hold that. Hold that. You can say that for the end. Tell y'all go ahead and grab the scripture, and y'all brothers grab it next.
All right, so back in the book of Second Ezra, chapter 9, in verse 13, and it says, "And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, And when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created.
Wow.
All right. All right. Basically, who the world is and who the world was created for the righteous man, which is the Israelites, but more so, that remnant man, that selected class, the elect. All right, who created the world with our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, man. All right, so the Lord said, don't even worry, man, how the rebellion of our people, the rebellious of our people are gonna be taken out and punished. Just know they'll be taken care of, and also you yourself, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Lord is in control of the left and the right, man. He's a balance. All
Yep.
right, so the Lord's gonna take care of all those things, man. All right, just worry about how the Lord is gonna glorify you, man. Just worry about how in the mysterious miraculous ways, that divine protection gonna come in clutch when it's needed.
That's
You
right.
know.
Yep. That was it on that.
Mm-hmm.
Man. So as summing this all up, going into the fact that situation that's going around, right now, man, with this whole, dollar being coming towards collapse. All right, situations where online banking is, having difficulties and power outages, whatever the case might be. It's all it's gonna benefit in the end, man. Because at the end of the day, we're gonna trust in Yahweh Shema Shai. And brother was writing an article in the scripture, and we went, go ahead, brother.
Go ahead,
This Ecclesiastes 7:12. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it.
Yeah, because with this wisdom, it's the best resource to have to survive. People are, basically they're conditioned and programmed to think that you need money to survive. You don't need this paper dollar to survive. All right, and we got this article real quick to show you what's taking place right now, because we speak these words and it's prophecy. Things are coming to pass. All right, this is the article from WSAV.com. It says, can't open Cash App, users concerned after widespread outrage. And this came 12 minutes ago. All right, it says Cash App users were upset and concerned today after a widespread outage caused many to be unable to open the app and access their money. See, so you can't put your trust in this money anyways, man. All right, it can fail at any time. You can wake up, not have access to it. And that's what Yahushua was saying. He said, don't stash your riches on this earth, where moth and robbers steal, break in and steal, and it's corrupt. All right, so it's showing you that at the end of the day, man, this is not even your money anyways, man. It just comes and goes. All right, but this wisdom, this gives you life. And Yahushua doesn't give it to all people. Wisdom of Solomon 7:28 says, Yahushua loveth none but him that dwelleth with wisdom. So he's showing you his love by giving you this wisdom. If you're able to obtain it and grasp it, that's a blessing for you, because you're not going to be, tripping over not being able to have access to your money. But these people, that's all that's on their mind. That's what they serve, mammon. Okay, this wealth on this earth. So they're going to go all crazy and stuff. They're going to be looking for a new currency. We already found a new currency, which is this wisdom. The new currency, these people are going to go, and follow what? The M-O to the T to the B, according to the book of Revelation, man. All right, where he calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to take the M-A-R-K, man, all right, to buy and sell. We already found a new currency, man. It's not Bitcoin. It's not, these other currencies that are coming to pass, what the BRICS, things like that, man. It's just wisdom, man. And I got this real quick, though. This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 4 and verse 17. It reads, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, and this place is built off of oppression, man. So we're suffering even to this very day. It says, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. So the future that we're coming in is going to be a time for glory. All right, not a time of we losing everything, and although you might have lost things on the physical, you gain stuff in the spiritual. That's why verse 18 says, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. So we can see the spiritual level of what's going on, because we'll understand that the things not seen is what created the things seen, man. Okay, and a lot of people don't have access to that because they don't have faith. It says, for the things which are seen are temporal. Everything that you see in this life, you know, is vain, it's vexation of spirit, it's vanity. It says, but the things which are not seen are eternal. So we can understand the cheat codes, we can understand, you know, the blueprints, the understanding of why we see the way this world is ran, man. And it's only a time and season for this world to run in wickedness, man. And once this wickedness passed, we're going to have righteousness, and it's going to be everlasting, man. And in the kingdom to come, it's going to be pleasures forevermore. So we don't really give a damn about what's going on in this place. We're going to rejoice seeing the downfall of this place, man. We're tired of being here, man. This is not our rest. That's all on that.
Calm, man. A beautiful point being made, man. So, you know, as the lesson goes into it, man, you have these situations where people were completely, crying it out and whining and complaining about what their families were going to do and how they were, going on bed hungry, how they was having demons plague them of anxiety and all these things was, of struggle. Well, while the brothers, maintain what? Trusting Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, this goes, was even, sincere was and seeking the Lord in true sincerity as well, man. So when things like this happen, man, we just know to trust in Yahweh Shema Shai, no matter how it goes, man. All right. And, that was it on that. Brother Danny had no precepts. All right. Well, we know Lord, this lesson was edifying. We'll give all glory and praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, HaKadosh. All right. Once again, double ourselves an apostle, great Muslim, teach you well. Until next time we say, Shalom.
Call on Yahweh, Shem Yahushua.